Hi, my name is Dimitri Carrera and I'm doing a presentation on the photographer Sebastião Salgado. This is a quote from Sebastião Salgado. My pictures gave me 10 times more pleasure than the reports I was working on. To be a photographer was, for me, an incredible way to express myself, an incredible way to see the world from another point. This quote is a great way to summarize the way Salgado went in all of his projects and why he is a very famous photographer. A little background information on him. He was born in 1949. I'm sorry. He was born in 1944, February 8th, in Amoris, in the state of Minas Gerais, in Brazil. He has a degree in economics. He has a background degree in economics, and from his alma mater, the University of Sao Paulo. He started his career as an economist and worked for the International Coffee Organization, which led him to travel a lot. And one of the spots he was in frequently was the country of Africa. Later on in his career, he worked for Sigma, Gamma, and Magnum Photos until 1944, in which he and his wife created a photo agency exclusively for his work called Amazona Photos. He is Brazilian, and that is where the Amazon is located. Therefore, he created an agency based on his background, Amazonas Photos. He has been awarded numerous major photographic uh, prizes in recognition of his accomplishments. He is a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador as well as an honorary member of the Academy of Arts and Sciences in the United States. His photographic career started in 1973, approximately around the age of 29. So he's been working for a very long time. Um, he got started when his wife, an architect, lent him a camera when he went on his trips to Africa as an economist working for the International Coffee. Um, so when he on his trip to Africa, his wife had lent him a camera to take pictures, and it basically changed his world. Later on, he joined the Magnum Photos in 1979, where he also met Henry Cartier Benson. He claims him and Cartier Benson were very good friends, however, different photographers, but with one thing in common. Um, to quote, we went to see the planet. We went to the planet to see the planet. He later created Amazona Images, his own photographic agency, in 1994, and published many books of his work titled Sahel y Home de en Distresse and Sahel El Fin del Camino, Workers in 1993, Migrations in 2000, and most recently, the Genesis Project, and published in 2013. So here are some images from his Workers project. Um, the description says it's a construction in the Rasura complex of apartments and office buildings in the commercial financial district in Indonesia. And here's another image from his Workers project. And this here is in the gold mine of Serra Pelada in Brazil. And this image here is also in our book. Just another image of the gold mine in Serra Pelada. So these are all project or images from his project or his book titled Workers. Here we move on to images from his book, The Migration. So this is a woman returning from Mozambican, or this is a returning Mozambican refugee who's carrying her bedding on her head and her baby on her back as she makes her way across the half-destroyed Dona Ana Bridge over the Zambezi River in Matura, Mozambique. And so you notice that a lot of his photos are in black and white. He felt that his images captured more of the personality of his subjects versus the color. These are more images from his migration book. So this here is around 245,000 Rwandan refugees. Um, he's on his trips to Africa from when he was working for the International Coffee Agency to becoming a photographer. He's seen a lot of tragedies and death around him, and he really wanted to capture that and change the world or perspective of the world. So here is from his most recent project, Genesis, where he shows that the world is still in its pristine um, pristine forms, just you know, without destruction from man. So he just wants to capture the light of that. So these are very unique photos of different places of the world that haven't been damaged by man. Also, civilizations that have very, very small amount, if any, contact with what we call civilization. So these people, they live their traditional lives just how they were back in, you know, thousands of years ago, you know, and just more images of places untouched or how he describes to be destroyed by the civilization or industrialization. So these are the Zoe group, Amazonia, in the state of Pará in Brazil, and the Amazon forest. So we just have very unique images of when he travels the world on his to create this book Genesis. And this is an iceberg photographed in the Antarctic Peninsula. So if you note the castle tower in the top right, it's pretty much carved in the ice by wind erosion. So you know, Genesis book pretty much shows a lot of the um, so the significance of Sebastião Salgado. He changed careers from an economist to a photographer. He was a photojournalist, or he is a photojournalist and documentarian of the human condition. He uses a lot of monochrome. He did not like the color because he said he got too distracted whenever he saw color. He just focused on color rather than the subjects themselves. And so shows his images show a lot of truth and they can be very sympathetic. You can be very sympathetic when it comes to the world, the industrialized world it is today, and how we want to preserve what we have left. And like I said, it just shows a different. It just shows the planet from a different perspective.